What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Cleveland Indians franchise in MLB 15. The shows you see a former Red Sox right here. David Murphy is warming up. The Indians are taking on the Red Sox here in Fenway. We have quite a few players on our roster, almost a fifth of the team. Former Red Sox players, prospects, whatever. We got Scott Atchison, Mike Aviles, Brandon Moss, and David Murphy all on our rosters, who were at one point in the Boston Red Sox organization. Now, there might be more that I'm not thinking of that might have been in there before they got to higher levels or whatever, but that's the notable players that I could think of beforehand, were at least David Murphy and Brandon Moss. Mike Aviles was on the Red Sox for a short time before he was given to the Blue Jays as compensation for the Red Sox hiring manager John Farrell. He was later traded to the Indians in a deal that also netted them Yan Gomes, who are two key pieces to the team this year, so that trade really working out for them. I don't even actually remember what they traded him for. But anyway, taking on the Red Sox today, and here's the lineup. Ben Revere, Kevin Franz, and Carlos Santana, David Murphy, Mike Aviles, Yan Gomes, Francisco Lindor, Brandon Moss, and Michael Brantley. Moss and Brantley are lower because they hit worse versus lefties than against righties. Wade Miley taking them out, left-hander, 10-10 on the year, 3.28 ERA, 108 strikeouts in 148 innings pitched, having a decent season. If he wasn't their number one starter, he'd definitely look a lot better. But let's get into the action here. So we're in the top of the first inning, and Kevin Franz in for the Jason Kipnis, who's hitting like 264 against lefties. And Franz is going to take that one out to left center, and he's going to get on first. Here is Carlos Santana, the absurd lefty hitter, and he's going to take that one back into center field. So Mookie Betts having a couple throws here early on, fielding opportunities after the bat. And that was going to be a hit by David Murphy. It's going to score one run. It's going to get a runner over to third as well. So Santana reaches third. Franz scores, and then Mike Aviles here, former Red Sox, getting a little bit of revenge on his team as he takes that one out to the bleachers. Home run over the Green Monster right there, and that is Aviles' 6th or 7th of the season. I believe it's 6th, and we are going to take a 4-0 lead here in the first inning, and it's still only one out. So a bad start for Wade Miley and the Red Sox up to this point anyway. We'll see if they can recover, as you don't want to start out like that, down 4 runs already, although in real life today they did just come back against the Blue Jays to almost win that game before it went to extras, and Russell Martin hit a solo home run. Anyway, Yan Gomes is batting now, and he is going to lash that one out into right field. Dion Viciedo, former Indian, early in the season before being dealt to the Red Sox for prospect Brian Johnson. I don't remember if I showed that. I might have or might not have. Yan Gomes is going to score right here on the double by Francisco Lindor. That would be the end of the run scoring. The Indians would finish the first inning 5-0. Quick note, not that it's going to affect this first season at all, which is the only part I've recorded up to this point, but I did recently, or the first couple games of the second season for that matter, I did recently purchase an Elgato, so any videos after what I already have recorded will be on that Elgato. Here's the Red Sox lineup before I continue. Betts, Joe Panic on their team. David Ortiz playing first. Hanley Ramirez, Pablo Sandoval, Dustin Pedroia, Dion Viciedo, Xander Bogaerts, and Ryan Hannigan behind the plate. Danny Salazar, 11-6 on the season, 2.94 ERA, 155 strikeouts, and 153 innings pitched. But yeah, anything after the point that I'm at right now will be on the Elgato Game Capture HD60. That should be arriving within the next couple days. It's supposed to ship 3 to 5 days from Saturday, which is the 13th. So it'll be here anywhere from the 16th to the 18th. So that'll be midweek. And I can start recording some Xbox One stuff then. So that'll be cool. Anyway, since I have an Xbox One with me, so get some current gen stuff done. Anyway, here Hanley Ramirez is going to take that one over the wall. Home run for the Boston Red Sox. They get one run back here in the bottom of the second inning, and their crowd has something to cheer for as they are showing signs of life after that. Salazar looking at the ground, but he, made one minor mistake, whatever. It's just a run. Every pitcher's going to give up a run now and then, and it's not even like Salazar's that great of a pitcher anyway, so he's surprisingly performing very well this season, though, in this game. Dustin Pedroia here on an 0-2 count will hit this one off the wall. Brantley tried to jump for. He's going to have to field it off the wall, though, as he actually stops. It was going to be a double regardless, so I don't really think it mattered all that much. But if there was a run around, that would have really irritated me. Anyway, this is going to be hit up the middle, and the throw home from Revere is obviously not going to be in time or even on line, as Yan Gomes also drops it to make up for that too. So RBI right there. Bogarts right here would be at bat. Dustin Pedroia will be thrown out trying to steal. And then on top of that, the next batter, oh, this is Xander Bogarts would strike out after that. So really squandering right there. A good opportunity. Yan Gomes up in the top of the third inning, 2 outs, 1-2 count, and he is going to hit that one. And Bogarts makes a nice play right here to throw out Gomes. Gomes not very fast anyway, but it's still impressive and still worth showing. Carlos Santana is going to hit this one out into left field. He just absolutely kills left-handers. I don't know what it is, but they're going to bring another left-hander in after that, and it's going to be Henry Owens, who is the Red Sox number 1, 2 prospect in the system currently. I think he's 1, but they might consider Castillo a prospect, so he might be ahead of him. And this one's going to be lashed out into left field. The runner is going to get to second, but that's it. So they got 2 on, or we got 2 on, excuse me, for Mike Aviles, a former Red Sox, and he's going to strike out right here. Had a rough day besides that 3-run home run. Struck out a couple times actually. And then Yan Gomes would ground out to end the inning. So we get into the bottom of the 5th here, 3-2 count, and Xander struck out once again. And he would go on to Ryan Hannigan right here, who's going to take that one into right center. Revere goes over to field it. Hannigan not very fast, so it is only going to be a single. Probably would have only been a single anyway. But here we go. Mookie Betts up at bat now, is going to walk. Just lost some control right there at the end. And the next batter is going to ground into a double play. Well, it should have been a double play if Aviles actually, or not Aviles, if Franzen actually threw the ball. Would not matter though, as David Ortiz swings right through that one. He strikes out, and so the Red Sox leave 2 runners on. Francisco Lindor is going to hit this one out into right field. Thrown in by Dion Viciedo. We're going to see if we can get an insurance run here, not that we really need it. Michael Brantley is going to walk. He does that quite often when I play with him. Weirdly enough, even though his walk rate's not super great in the game normally. And Ben Revere strikes out. 3rd strikeout of the day. He would get a golden sombrero in this game, striking out 4 times. And 4 at-bats, I believe. He only had 4. He might have 5. But he did strike out 4 times. So he did get a golden sombrero. However, the other strikeouts weren't really worth showing because they weren't in big spots. But you get an insurance run there, and then Carlos Santana swings through that just a little bit too inside. Bottom of the 6th now, Pablo Sandoval is going to swing through that. Next batter up is Dustin Pedroia. He is going to get on base. That goes right up the middle. No one even attempting to field that in the infield because it's not worth their time and effort because it's going to be a single anyway. And I believe this is Viciedo who gets on after it with that hit right there. 2 outs now in the inning, and Xander Bogarts is up again, and he strikes out. So his strikeouts were in big spots, as that's his 3rd. 6-inning recap. Aviles with a 3-run home run, Hanley Ramirez with a home run solo shot, and Danny Salazar, 6 strikeouts, 6 innings, 2 earned runs. Solid performance. He would be pulled after that for former Red Sox Scott Atchison, who would pitch a few innings. However, we're not going to watch all that because it was a lot of grounding out and unimportant things. So we'll go to the bottom of the 9th, 2-2 count. We got Xander Bogarts up, and that time he doesn't strike out. Atchison had pitched 2 1/3 innings up to this point, so I said, you know what? We are going to give him one more batter because he just made it this far already. But Ryan Hannigan would get on base after that, and so after that I did give him the hook, and we would bring in the closer, Cody Allen, for the next couple outs. Hopefully he'll get in the next couple outs. 48 strikeouts of 49 innings pitched. He has recently been put back into the closer spot after unsuccessful runs with both Rafael Soriano and Brian Shaw. Brian Shaw is better suited for a setup role. There is going to be an RBI right here. I believe it's Mookie Betts who drives that in, and that run will be credited to Atchison. However, Cody Allen would get the next batter to fly out into right field. David Murphy going to settle under this one. Moves around a little bit in the outfield. but he eventually will get to it, throw it in, and the runners were already going, so they didn't get a chance to tag up. And then to end the game, David Ortiz will be called looking, and so that's it. Indians win 6-2. Not much doubt about this one as they got out to an early 5-0 lead. However, they were outplayed for the rest of the game if you think about it. But at either rate, that's the Indians franchise. Sorry this episode was a little bit short, but I hope to get more consistency going now that I'm in a little bit more stable. I'm settled in, and hopefully I can have another episode out later in the week. It's only Sunday right now when this episode goes up, so maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, look for this, if not Thursday at the latest. So thanks for watching, everyone, and we will see you in the next episode.
Final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Cleveland Indians: 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. For the Red Sox, 3 runs, 11 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 17 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Fenway Park, 36,298. We'd like to thank the Red Sox Nation for their continuing support and remind you to please drive home safely. Good night.